Welcome again. It's September 2015. I'm Dadhichi, and I was watching a documentary last night, and it was talking about the fact that they're now starting to understand that the mind is very, very different from the brain. The brain is a localized thing, a mechanism which if we are looking at a pragmatic view of the human being, is the source of our actions, our thoughts, our will. In fact, scientists believe it's the source of consciousness and awareness. Yet now there's evidence emerging that, in fact, it's the reverse, that the mind is non-local. It's sort of not within the actual physical body, this spatial coordinate we call the self. And that's pretty amazing. And a lot of that research has come through a team of dedicated medical specialists who've been doing some experiments, especially in theatre, where they strategically place objects right up high on cupboards. They hide certain objects, and they do this while the subject is under anesthesia, and then get them to recall, if they can, any of these activities that have gone on while they've been supposedly unconscious. And the evidence to emerge is that there is something what they call non-local mind, which is capable of sort of reporting back these activities when in fact none of the brain's functionality or the usual functionality and the sensorial apparatus are working. So what's this all got to do with astrology? Well, I've become a little bit tired of the whole astrology as a crux for people who, simply want to lean on something. Did I say crux? Well, the crux of the biscuit, but what I'm saying is a crutch that people lean on. And in fact, when I do my work, and I've been doing this for 30 years now, I really discourage that use of astrology as a crutch. I'd like to think that the way I work is in fact a process of self-empowerment, and I've always been very interested in this concept of the non-local mind, because it really gets to the heart of the original astrology, in particular Vedic astrology, which is very karmic orientated and also spiritually orientated. For the most part, people want to use astrology to, I've got quite a few emails here today from some of the posts I put up on our astrology.com.au Facebook page. It's, it makes me laugh. I get a lot of these requests for, sir, I want success as a famous businessman, So I'll write back and I say, well, how can I help you? I'll need your details. And, this requires a lot of hard work, a lot of dedicated work to achieve success and to be financially independent. And then I'll get a reply, oh, but sir, can we do it spiritually? In other words, can you give me some sort of magic formula so I don't have to actually work? I don't actually have to get out of bed. I just wake up tomorrow morning and there'll be $100 million in my bank account. Oh. It's that sort of mentality. And, I think astrologers are largely to blame, which is why I'm becoming a little impatient with this whole... I must be honest, I've become quite impatient and discouraged by the whole thrust of astrology and what it's about, when in fact it is about this non local mind. It's not about the person. It's about our connectedness with something far greater than ourselves, our interrelatedness to the process of celestial mechanics. As I call it, the fractality, the fractal nature of humanness, which refers back to the ancient dictum, as above, so below. That is, in fact, a reflection of the reflection of a fractal, that what's happening in the heavens is in fact happening here. What's happening here in the body, in this psychophysical organism, is really a representation, a holographic representation of this larger whole. At this much more encompassing mind. And why I'm tired is because, everything's reductionist. It's all reductionist to materialism, to money. I want to get, I want, me, I. Give me. And, you can sense my frustration. Everywhere I look, it's just, all about how much we can get, the quantity of what we can get, not the quality. And so, this whole process of astrology to me is self-empowerment. It's not about asking or finding out how you can wake up tomorrow morning with $100 million in your bank account and never have to work again. It's about waking up tomorrow morning and really perfecting the work, understanding what it is in terms of your nature, that gives you the line of least resistance to working in a way that really expresses who you are, and in that same breath, in that same process, helps you actualize yourself, empower yourself. And, I've got to laugh. I've been laughing for the last few years at how, everyone's touting China as the new world power, the new economic engine of the planet. And I think to myself, God help us. I don't think I've ever bought a shirt where the button hasn't fallen off the next day. PowerPoints at airports that I paid $39.95 for. 2 days later, they don't work. I've got an AVR here, a Power Protect Surge unit, less than a year. Everything I buy from China. Now they're wondering why there's an economic slowdown in China. They've had to reduce their currency value. Why? Because they can't export this stuff quick enough. They're not interested in the quality. It's all about more. And that mentality, unfortunately, seems to be permeating our culture, our planet. And I don't know whether you could see those alarm bells, those red lights are flashing everywhere going, no, stop. So, we've got to get back to ourselves, and, the truth of astrology is this mechanism by which we can see ourselves reflected. The horoscope is a mirror. It allows us to look at ourselves, look at those parts of our nature that are lacking, those parts that are strong. How can we, work on those parts that are the strengths, minimize those parts that are the weaknesses. That's sort of what I'm interested in. And, I hope you're interested in that too. I may not be the usual glam rock astrologer. I did all that stuff when I was younger. People come here and some of them go away very dissatisfied because, the dog doesn't get its bone. He doesn't get to wake up the next morning with 100 million in his account by doing some quick mantras, quick fix. And I think the lesson really at the end of the day is just acceptance. Being where you are with all its ups and downs, and finding that space in yourself through the horoscope. It arms you with the ability to forbear, to accept, to push forward and to project and shine that best part of yourself, if that's possible. It's not always possible for us. And if that's not possible, then there are things we can do, techniques we can make available, but certainly not to short-circuit the whole process of living for the sake of, becoming a fat tub of lard with no meaning. I'm not calling you a fat tub of lard. I'm just saying that astrology is a sacrosanct. It is a science, even though some of you skeptics won't agree with that. But it's the process of unveiling this non-local mind and allowing that to shine through the day-to-day activities, the very, very mundane activities. And if you stick around, hopefully we can work towards that. You can come and visit me at my website, astrology.com.au. That's got some commercial elements to it. We have to appeal to the vast majority, and I'm sure a lot of people that have that year market astrology mentality come here to this video. They see nothing but a bunch of books and a balding old guy here talking what to them may appear to be a whole lot of nonsense, because they still want their $1 million for $100 million in the bank tomorrow morning. Sorry guys, maybe you have to go to the pastel astrology sites for that. But look, join me there, and right now we'll begin the 12 signs of the zodiac, the September monthly forecast. Hope you'll hang around, and that'll give you some further insights into how to empower yourself. Look forward to your company. Take care. Bye-bye.